Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, my first video here of the day. I'm talking about some NFL news. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so we're just going to get right into it here. So I can get this video done and then do my last NFL season preview for the New York Jets. And I'll still continue to do NFL news, but that'll probably be the only videos I'll be doing until it gets up to the regular season, where I'll officially start doing my picks, my weekly picks. And college football's around the corner, so I'm going to do some college football content before the season starts as well. Do a season preview, shit like that. Let's get into some NFL here. So, first thing I'm talking about is the Titans. We're going to go over some stuff for the last, 2 days. So, the hashtag Titans are signing safety, free agent safety Quandre Diggs per Adam Schefter. He joins Jamal Adams in Tennessee. So, the former Seahawks are going over now to Tennessee. I mean, I think it's a low risk, high reward. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. It's kind of just simple as that. I mean, the Titans, they're signing players. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's a bad move, because I mean, it's a low risk, high reward. Both these guys were still free agents, or I mean, Quandre Diggs was still a free agent. So I mean, he gets some help in the secondary. He had that. It was a really good year. I forgot what year it was. Had a good season, but honestly, Titans are having a really good offseason, you know. I still think Quandre Diggs can be talented. That's low-key an underrated defense, because they got Quandre Diggs, Jamal Adams, be like the run stuffer safety. Like Snead, L'Jarius Sneed, Justin Simmons. Like, low-key got a pretty good defense this year. The only thing you worry about with Quandre Diggs is his tackling. But other than that, I think it's a low risk, high reward type thing. So, the hashtag Chiefs and star kicker Harrison Butker have agreed to terms in a 4-year, $25.6 million contract extension to make him the highest paid kicker in the NFL per Adam Schefter. Can't wait to hear the people who didn't like his speech saying this, see him get the now he's the highest paid kicker in the NFL. Can't wait to see those people react. I'm sure the college will be strictly about football. I mean, it's deserved. I mean, I guess you can say it's crazy money for a kicker, but I think he's one of the best in the league. Either him or Justin Tucker. Arguably one of the best kickers in the league. So, the next thing I'll talk about is, this is interesting. So, last night, the hashtag 49ers have the framework of a Brandon Ayuk trade with both the Browns and the Patriots. Per Mayoko, oh Lord, how you say his name? Who cares? Per Mayoko NBCS. I don't know if I'm saying that name right. I'm not part of the nerd community. And it says it's up to Ayuk to decide if he will accept either team's contract terms. If he wants to win, he'll go to the Cleveland Browns. I mean, he'd look cool in a Patriots jersey. I'm not gonna lie, but if he wants to win, then he should go to the Browns. Cooper and Ayuk would be a nasty duo, but then it was reported Amari Cooper would be in the deal, according to the report and picks. I don't know if you really want to do that, because who else would you have besides Brandon Ayuk then to throw the football to? Njoku? So that's going to be interesting to see if a trade does happen at some point soon. But if he wants to win, I think he'll go with the Browns, but you have question marks, with Deshaun Watson at quarterback, so that could be a deciding factor, Maybe he wants to go over there and play on the Patriots with Drake May, a young team over there in New England. So, Commanders cornerback Emmanuel Forbes Jr. is not a starter, but instead listed as a reserve player per head coach Dan Quinn. And this it's not good for Emmanuel Forbes, man, because he was a first-round pick 2 drafts ago. I don't know. Remember when he was picked ahead of Christian Gonzalez in the NFL draft? Maybe he put on some muscle. I don't know. Still can't believe they took him over Gonzalez. We'll see if he can improve, but He's got to play better. To be a first-round pick 2 drafts ago and now not even be listed as a starter but as a reserve player is pretty not great. So Vikings quarterback Sam Darnold is listed as the team's unofficial starting quarterback in the team's depth chart. I mean, this really isn't a surprise, pretty expected. They're not going to start J.J. McCarthy immediately. Like, look, the quarterbacks this year, outside of Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Bo Nix, none of the other quarterbacks are probably going to start immediately. Like, Drake May might sit this year, and he was a top 3 pick. Like, they're going to get these quarterbacks ready. Those 2 quarterbacks, Drake May and J.J. McCarthy, they're going to get them ready. They're just letting the veterans start. And I'm not saying J.J. McCarthy's going to be that great, but I think they're doing what's best. So, per head coach Draw Mayo, Drake May will play in the team's preseason opener this week. So we'll see how Drake May looks in the preseason opener. So Patriots head coach talked about a potential Brandon Ayuk trade, and he says he spoke with wide receiver Kendrick Bourne after his name surfaced in a trade rumor last night about the Patriots sending him to the 49ers in a potential Brandon Ayuk trade. I mean, they had to make a replacement wide receiver, but they drafted a receiver in the first round. Did the 49ers, so I mean, it wouldn't be a bad trade to get back Kendrick Bourne, but to give Brandon Ayuk up for that? The Colts, they are one of the multiple teams that are exploring potentially signing free agent safety Justin Simmons, per Destin Adams. They have had exploratory talks. Just say they've had talks. Don't say these. Not part of the nerd community, but no deal's considered imminent at this time, per the report. That would be such a great pickup for that Colts defense. How is Justin Simmons still a free agent? Like, but you gotta, take it with a grain of salt, because this was the same guy that reported this. Take it with a grain of salt, because the guy also said Snead to the Colts deal was done. He's a good reporter, but you gotta be careful. So the hashtag Falcons drafting a QB in round 1, end quote, never came up as even a remote possibility in talks with Kirk Cousins, per ESPN. I mean, why should it? Like, why should it come across his mind? Like, he got paid. He's always the guy. He's not. Like, he probably didn't think they were going to take a quarterback. I mean, we've known this for like 3 months. I mean, yeah, he's coming off a major injury, but if you're going to pay him all that money, and if talks like, oh, never came up as even a remote possibility about drafting a quarterback in round 1, then. So on the Pat McAfee show, Adam Schefter said, I don't expect Pittsburgh to be a landing spot at all for Brandon Ayuk. I don't know. I feel there's still a possibility that can happen. Rumblings around Rams camp is that veteran QB Jimmy Garoppolo has an uphill climb to make the roster. Jimmy G is struggling at camp, and per source, that's putting it kindly. Yeah, he sucks. His career's over. Like, it's not looking good for Jimmy G to stay on the roster. The Ravens have signed Russell Gage, picking up these trash-ass players. Wide receiver Jordan Addison is absolutely facing a multi-game suspension, but is unlikely to face that suspension until after his October 7th court hearing, says D. Wolfson KSTP. I don't anticipate him serving a 3-game suspension starting September 8th, I guess is what I'm alluding to. Now, could the suspension come soon after the October 7th hearing, or does that get pushed further back with the right attorneys working their magic, and we're talking about a 2025 type suspension? But the bottom line, he is absolutely facing a multi-game suspension, but I don't think it's happening. I don't think it's coming in September. I mean, I think he should. Just can't believe he would do that so recently after his teammate died, because somebody did exactly the same thing about what he did. And he'll get a suspension. It's going to be multi-game. We'll have to see whenever it is. So, Tom Pelissero talked about the possibility on a possible Brandon Aiyuk trade, and it sounds like it's not just the Brands and Patriots in the mix. He said there's still active conversations with more than 2 teams. Well, Adam Schefter said the Steelers aren't involved, but I just don't know. I feel like it could be. So Vikings rookie QB J.J. McCarthy has looked like, end quote, the real deal, and that, end quote, legitimate discussions can now happen on the possibility of him starting week 1, says D. Wolfson KSTP. Basically how he's the real deal, and you could have that discussion. I mean, is there a chance he can start? Yes, but I just think they have Sam Darnold start week 1. The Jaguars are signing veteran safety Adrian Amos. But, so, Adam Schefter said, that's unlikely. The Steelers, won't get Brandon Aiyuk or something I just said. Well, the hashtag Steelers are still in the Brandon Aiyuk sweepstakes, says at Rap Sheet, Ian Rappaport. This is a spotty report last night stating they effectively were out of the running. So it looks like Pittsburgh is still a possibility, and Pretty Ricky 213 I think said something about it. How the Steelers were still in the running. Adam Schefter said they weren't. I mean, it's never a doubt they were still in. I didn't think they were ever out of it. So the hashtag Patriots are expected to include wide receiver Kendrick Bourne in any potential deal with the 49ers for Brandon Aiyuk, per Andrew Callahan. Because Kendrick Bourne, remember, he spent his first 3 years in San Francisco and still has plenty of fans on that team's coaching staff. I mean, honestly, this would be a pretty nice return if they get Kendrick Bourne, a San Francisco reunion, but I don't know. Was Kendrick Bourne really that good to be worth a straight-up trade for Brandon Aiyuk? But yeah, that's all the NFL I want to talk about here, ladies and gentlemen. So it's really all I got to say here. And until next time, have a lot. Peace.